Vive l'Algérie! 1, 2, 3! Vive l'Algérie!
Why are you going to Algeria? What's in Algeria? Where is Algeria? I knew about Algeria through this woman named Amel. She's from Algeria. She now lives in California. She just teaches North African culture to people in the United States. My dance teacher when I was in college actually brought her to our dance class, and that's how I met her. And then I ended up going to her dance intensive that she has every year, and I loved it. I love the dances. I love learning about it. And so she said she was taking a trip to Algeria, and I was in. There was no question of whether I was going or not, because life was telling me you need to go to Algeria, and it's a good thing I did because I had a blast. Okay, so the process to get to Algeria blew my mind. It's extremely hard to be a tourist in Algeria, especially American people, because they only allow so many American tourists to come to Algeria per year. So we had to do a lot of paperwork. I thought I was gonna have to sell my left kidney. I was like freaking out. I had already paid for most of the trip, and then I sent off my visa application, and I was like, if they do not accept my visa, I'm getting in someone's suitcase, and I'm going anyway. But obviously they accepted my visa. It's a good thing I have 2 kidneys. And when I was going through passport control, no one spoke English. The guy who was talking to me, he spoke a little bit of English, and we had to do Google Translate. There is no Wi-Fi in this airport. Nobody speaks English. I'm standing here waiting for what? I don't know. I was like, are they gonna let me go? Am I really gonna get to go to Algeria? Why is this so hard? Why am I having such a hard time getting to Algeria? It's because I was gonna have so much fun, and I was gonna get so much from the trip that the devil, or whoever it is, had to give me a hard time before I went, because he was trying to ruin it before I got there. But guess what? He didn't. So the first night we had dinner at this place called Vol Street. It was a really cute little restaurant. There was live music, and before we even got dinner, people started getting up and dancing, and it was just a really good time. And that's something you don't really see in the United States. We also don't really have cultural dances that we just get up and do and everybody knows, besides like the Cupid Shuffle or I don't want to be and I mean, who's gonna do that in a random restaurant? Okay, so some culture shock. The toilets, some of the toilets were squat toilets. I had never seen that before in my life. And actually the first time we saw one, I was like, I am not peeing in there. I'll hold it until we get to a normal toilet. I finally caved in and I used the squat toilet. And eventually I got to the point where I could just go squat out in nature and use the bathroom. Another culture shock thing is there is a lot of chicken. A lot of chicken. Almost every meal, starting out, we had chicken. Chicken for lunch, chicken for dinner, chicken for lunch, chicken for dinner, chicken for lunch, chicken for dinner, chicken for lunch, chicken for dinner. And then we kept going, and I noticed everywhere we went, I heard a rooster. And this whole time there's an inside joke about me being from Kentucky. So Amel, the one that I was talking about earlier, calls me Kentucky chicken. But then whenever I got to Algeria, I was like, there is no more Kentucky chicken. There is Algerian chicken only, because I have ate more chicken here than I have ate in my entire life. And I have heard more chickens here than I have heard in my entire life. And I grew up with chickens. Like, my dad still has chickens, so every time I go home I hear chickens. There were so many chickens. I'll probably insert some videos here of chickens crowing, or pictures of chickens, or pictures of my chicken meal. Chicken, 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 chicken. Okay, so this, so for like the first part of the trip, we were like, are we gonna get to go shopping? When can we go shopping? Because there were a lot of dancers on the trip, and the dancers really want like authentic clothing to wear when they dance. The people over the trip, they were men, so they didn't really understand why we wanted to go shopping. Of course, the whole trip is not going to be about shopping, but you would like to go and see local shops, especially in an area that's not tourist heavy, because it's actual stuff that people buy instead of just souvenirs and magnets and pictures of the area. It's actual stuff that the women buy, so it's part of the cultural exchange is to go shopping in places like that. But everyone who came on the trip were women, so it's something we wanted to do. And Amel explained to us that shopping is a large part of the Algerian women's role, and so it was really nice to have her cultural guidance through the markets and watching her interact with the people, with the vendors, but also interacting with the women she was with, telling the things that we were seeing and what it was used for.
So this here is actually where you put the fibula.
Yeah.
But you don't really need a fibula.
Is this attached? Can you
Everything
buy
is
separate
attached.
this one, just this one?
No, you cannot. Normally you should. In the real style you should.
Did you spend all your money today?
Almost. But it's all worth it.
You know? Did you like shopping?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. What about you?